Welcome to Web Technology and its application. Subject code 17CS71. We'll start today the module number 2 and the lecture number 11. So in previous class we have seen module 1, last topic text styling, right? Text styling, where there are two ways of affecting the text styling. First one is a font property and the second one is a paragraph property. Font property where you can add font family, font name, then font size, font color also you can change. So similar way the paragraph properties also affected the text styling. So paragraph properties are nothing but the text properties where you can make a text alignment, text indentation, text coloring you can do, text styling you can do in different way, letter spacing, word spacing and all, right? Using different ways of properties of text as well as font property, you can make your web pages very attractive, right? Very attractive. The basic HTML elements we have seen in the first module. Now, the next version of HTML elements. So, in the first module, we have seen a basic text formatting, the font formatting, then which one HTML5 semantic elements, right? So, with the help of this, we'll move to the next topic, tables. Next one is creating tables, then styling of a tables. In this lecture, today's lecture will study the different ways of creating tables, then how you can make a tables a attractive one by providing a styles for the tables. So applying the styles for the tables. So after learning this lecture, you will get to know the different ways of creating tables and how the styles can be applied for the created tables. Right? So we'll begin with the today's lecture. Introduction to tables, right? Introduction to tables. In this, what is HTML table? Then what HTML table indicates? So to day life, we will come across a set of tables, right? Set of tables. Whenever we are seeing a calendar is in the form of table only. Then the financial data, like how much you have spent for which item, those all groceries or lists, somewhere we'll see a tables, right? So tables are day-to-day content where we can display some of the information, right? A table which is created in a HTML page using a HTML element table element which can be used to display many things, to display many informations. It can use images or it can use a text content. You can provide a links for the other tables or you can add a nested tables within a table. Nested tables within a table, right? Then how tables are displayed? See, just look at the sample example where we come across with the tables. Tables. The first, there are four browser windows where set of tables are displayed. In the top one, the calendar which consists of a seven columns, then a rows, 6 rows, right? You can give the heading of a table. You can use a previous link and a next link. Just see September and November. So November is the next month and September is the previous month. These are some of the links, right? So you can give links for this, or you can, when you click 14, it will display some of the information about October 2014 date, importance of that date, right? So such that you can display some information with the HTML elements, right? Here in the above table, above window browser, just see the images are loaded in a tables. You can add a set of images. For each content, through the image, you can display or you can just give the brief introduction about the content, what you are added in a table. So it is very easy way to give the explanation when you are adding the images for any of the content, right? Then here you can add a colors. Just see the image in a table. There are set of colors where we have added background color and the font color is also different, right? You can make use of a table heading. Then you can add a content, the total price of that year you can display, right? And in this browser, there will be a link for one page to another page, right? So in this way, you can see tables in a day-to-day life. Now we'll see how to create these tables using HTML elements. HTML elements. The basic things of tables are a table row, table data cell, then table headings, right? So what we have to create a HTML table element which consists of any number of rows, Here there is no concept called as column. So only with the row we can alter the table, we can modify the table, or we can play with the table, right? In how we want, we can create using only the row content. So the columns will be added with a set of table data cells. There is no special element as a table column. Only table row is defined, right? So an HTML table which consists of any number of rows, then each row consists of any number of table data cells. Those table data cells can be added in a table row as an element TD. TR indicates a table row, then TD indicates a table data cells, where actual content of a table row will be added using a TD. The content goes inside of a TD, table data cells, opening table data and a closing of a table data cell. So this is an example. Consider the example here. We have just displayed one table row with one column. So that is table. Open the table element. Then under the table element TR, which indicates a table consists of first row. Then the first data set, that is TD, the death of a marriage, right? Then close the TD, then close the TR. So only one row with one column is created under this table, right? This is the content of a table. Now we'll see how the content of a different ways of displaying the table values, right? So this is an example where it has a 5 columns and 2 rows. 5 columns and 2 rows. Just look at the table, how the table contents are added. So how many rows are there? There are 2 rows. This is the first row and the second row. Then how many columns? Just count the column. This is first column, second column, third column, fourth column, and fifth column, right? So the simple basic table example. Here you can create this with the HTML element with a table element. Table, then the first row we need to create. So the first children tag of a table is TR. Child tag is TR. Under TR, you need to create all the values of a column, all the data cells of a column. Then you need to go for the second row. Until you finish the first row content, you cannot go for the second row, right? Remember that. So when you created first row data should be added with the TD cell. So TD, which gives you the first column of a content, then close the TD, then open the second TD. So second TD is nothing but second column, then close the second column, then go for the third column. Then similarly, you need to add all columns of a table, right? This is a first row information with 5 columns, right? See, just look at the table here. There is no concept of a table column. Only table row and table data cell are used, right? With this, you can create a table. Then once the table row is finished, close the table row, so that the next table row will be created below that table, below the row of that. Otherwise, it will be merged with the previous one. So if you are not closed TR, right? So remember, the table elements will be added in a HTML page in a hierarchical manner. Right? Then the next table row. Look at the table next row, which consists of burial at ornaments, right? Then the second column, then the third column value. So first you create the first column with TD, which a value, and then the second one is the second column value, then third one, which is nothing but a year, created year, then fourth one, a height, and fifth one is a width of that column, right? So like this, you can add a number of rows. Then second row will be closed. Then close the table. Until you close the table, the content will be rendered in a same table itself. So before going for the next content of a web page, close all the hierarchical HTML elements one by one, right? So how many rows we have created in this table? So there are 2 rows. So first one is a death of merit, second one is burial at ordnance. So using these, we have created a successfully the 2 rows, right? Just look at the output of this. So when you run this in a browser, you will get the output in this fashion, because some browser which will not support the border of a table, border of the table. So the default border size is 0. The default border size is 0. So only the border of the table is not visible in the output. Just look at the output of a browser. Just see the browser, in that there is no table border, right? So for this, you need to add a attribute for table as an border equal to specify some thickness value. When you increase the value of a border, then thickness of the border will be goes on increasing, right? If you start from 1, a light border will be displayed, light line. You can change the styles of the line also, right? Now how to add a border for the tables? See, now you can make a table in a neat format, in an efficient way to display the table content. So in previous one, what we have seen, only the data what we need to display, but where it is, why the content is displayed, where it is related, which content you are displaying, it is not clear when you see the table. So to make a clear idea of a table content, we can add more tables to more HTML elements to the table. Like you can give the title of the table, title of the column. You can add some headings for the column, heading for the column, so that the proper content will be displayed, and the whenever user see or the end user views the table, then he will get to know the content what we are displayed in a table, right? So now we'll see how the table headings are added into the table, right? So table which has a TR. TR is nothing but we need to create a first row which consists of the table headings. Table heading. Heading is nothing but a column heading. So you can add a column heading separately for each column, right? So see the column heading. So column heading can be added with the HTML element th. Under tr you need to use th. If you are not used tr, so then that row will not be displayed, but the content will be displayed. So for that reason, you need to display with the tr, so that it is also considered one of the row of that table, right? Then th, first th indicates the first column heading, that is title of the book. Then artist, second column again artist. See the hierarchy, maintain the hierarchy whenever you are using a HTML element within a web page, so that it will be created properly. Otherwise, it will not display any of the syntax errors. You need to find out where you have missed the HTML element, closing of an HTML element, right? So that you write a program in an indentation form, right? Better maintain an indentation. So here th, first th will be created with title, close the th, then open the th tag, then add the second column heading artist, then close the th. Then third one is year, then fourth one is width, then height. So once all the headings are over, then close that tr. Close the tr. So remember, whenever the first row content is over, close that tr. Then open the tr, then add the content of the first row, that is td. It is not th, right? Just see the difference between a table heading and a table data, how it is displayed, right? So table data is a not bold content, but the table heading has an bold content. So it indicates the heading of a columns, right? So only you need to use td and th separately. td and th separately, right? Then add td to the tables. Then once the table data is added, then close the tr, then tr, Again, the next column, next row, that is third row, TR. With that, 5 elements. 5 elements are nothing but 5 column data, TD with the first art title of the book, then artist of the book, then when it is created, then the width and height of that book. Right? In this fashion, you need to create 3 rows for the table. Then close the table. See, in this also there is no border because again we have not specified a border. Right? We'll add border. Is there. So nth child is nothing but you can move to the exact child children element of a table content. Wherever you want, you can directly go to that particular child so that that content will be displayed in a different color. So here we have added as an white color. So when you move that, the nth child will be displayed with a white color. Right? With this, I'll conclude. So we have studied today the tables, then how the tables, basically tables are created with different elements. There are two main elements, table and TR. Under TR, there is a table data cell content, which is used to create a number of cells. So there is no concept of a column. So using a table row, we need to create a number of cells. So those cells are acting like a column in the table. So TD. You can also make use of a table spanning row span and a column span, right? So you can make use of merging of 2 columns and merging of 2 rows, right? So after the basic tables, there are additional table elements, that is table heading, table header, table footer, table caption or table body. So after this, we'll study a table styling. There are different ways of styling the tables. You can make use of a layout also for the tables to make attractive table content, right? So you can also refer a textbook, Randy Connolly first edition, chapter number 4, section 4.1 and 4.2, the page number 192 to 208, right? I hope everybody understood the concept what I have taught today, tables and styling of tables, right? So with this, I'll end up the session, right? So any doubts in the class or any doubts in the theory what I have covered?
No.
No. So tables are created in this fashion, right? So in the next class, I'll show you how tables stylings are added and how tables can have a better effective ways of adding the content to the table, right? With the example, we'll see in the next class. Fine. Thank you.